Hi, we're at the British Country Music Festival with Matt. How are you doing?
I'm really, really good, thank you, yeah.
Good. What got you into broadcasting?
I don't know. It was never a plan. What got me... I was invited to do a takeover show on Virgin Radio about 3 years ago, and the producer of that show stood right there. Said apparently I was alright and I should do more of it. And we started a podcast that did really well and was really fun to record. It's a music podcast called Mainly Music, and we still do that now. And that just led into, I don't know, doors opened and I just push doors and see what happens. You know?
Best way in it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm kind of, in a way I'm kind of new to it, but it's fun and it feels natural.
So what got you into country music, and how did you kind of find your path into doing the country?
My dad. Some of the first ever sounds I heard were, I know he's not a country artist, but Bruce Hornsby, for instance. But I grew up listening to Garth Brooks, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Beth Nielsen Chapman, Emmylou Harris. My dad saw Emmylou Harris at the Big or somewhere in Bournemouth before I was ever born. He's played in country bands as well, or bands that play country music. So yeah, I grew up with it. My granddad was playing Johnny Cash all the time, and I was into rock and roll as well, and so sort of like Johnny Cash married the two up.
Yeah.
And so country's been in my heart, and I've known it since I was a kid.
Yeah. So obviously you do country hits radio show.
Yeah.
So how's that going for you? Seeing as it's all new, the country hits.
It's going really well, and it's really exciting. I feel very fortunate and very lucky, really, to be able to have an hour where I can dedicate not just to the bands that are doing well, but to the bands that are good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm very fortunate to have the platform to see a band in London or wherever I might be 1 week and say, that's just blown me away. I'm now a fan. I need everyone else to hear this.
Yeah.
And I can put it on a show on a Sunday night and have everyone listen, and it's amazing. And it's a passion of mine to support new music. It's a passion of mine to support artists and music in general. I come from the punk rock scene, so I'm very sort of ethical in the way I look at music, and I'm very romantic about how I feel that the music industry should or is working. And I see a lot of the country scene right now following the patterns of the punk rock movement that I sort of kind of went through when I was playing in bands. So yeah, to have that show is amazing. Yeah. Country Hits Radio it's just been so much fun since launch.
Yeah. So what about British country music in general then? How do you see it going in the future and right now as well? Why do you think people are taking to British country music at the minute?
A couple of reasons. Well, quite a few reasons. I mean, it's always exciting to support your homegrown talent anyway. And it's exciting if you come from a town that an artist comes from that town. So you're always going to have that, whatever genre it's going to be. But I think for so long we've known, or certainly music and takers have known country music to be country and western, or old-fashioned, or whatever. So to hear artists like Twinny or Clara Bond and bridge a gap is bringing a lot more people in. So. And then of course you get traditional country artists in the UK as well. I mean, I think of Robert Vincent off the bat. Two Ways Home are quite traditional. O&O. I can talk about that all day. But that's what excites me, and I think people getting excited about that excites other people. And I think the fandom of country music is at a level that's just grown and growing. Yeah. Seeing events like C2C and award ceremonies and like major labels signing country artists, it's just incredible.
So what about the American split then, for the British country and the American country? How do you see or think what the difference is between the two? Or
that's a really good question. I'm not sure there is much difference other than the mainstreamness about it. Obviously, American country music is one of their, we own rock really, don't we? The Brits own rock and Americans own country, but there's been fusion forever. Yeah. So I don't know if I really see any difference now. I mean, if you'd asked me that 5 years ago, there would be a huge difference, mainly with popularity. But now I think, again, name dropping Twinny, you could pick Twinny up as an artist, put her in Nashville or LA, and she wouldn't need to market herself as a British country artist. She's just an artist, and that's new for us, I think. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously the Shires have paved the way for acts like Twinny and
Yeah.
Ward Thomas and the Wandering Hearts and so many more to do what they're doing now. So yeah, that's the big one.
What's the plans for the future then for yourself?
Don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't. I don't plan anything.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But I want to continue. I want to continue supporting British country. I want to continue making friends and relationships in the scene, and I just love being part of the community. So whatever might come next, see what happens. Literally got no plans at all.
Where can we find you on social media then?
Social media at Matt Spraclen, every single one. Twitter, because no one else has got that name. There's one guy in America who's a photographer called Matt Spraclen. We've crossed paths on social, but yeah, it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't really use it. Facebook, Snapchat, all that. TikTok.
Is Snapchat still a thing?
Yeah, Snapchat's still a thing, and so is TikTok.
Oh, right.
I love TikTok now. I've only done 2, but they're well found. So yeah, at Matt Spraclen on all of those.
No worries, thank you for taking time out
Yeah,
to
cheers, mate.
do it.
Thanks for
No
having me.
worries, cheers.
You're good.
Thank you.